Hey everyone, it's Amanda Eckert, and I thought today I would take you on a home inspection with me for a brand new construction home here in Daphne, Alabama, because I have been getting so many calls lately, and the number one concern that everyone seems to have is about hurricanes and homeowners insurance. And if you watch any of my other videos, you'll hear me talk a lot about Gold Fortification and what that means in a new construction home, and also with roofs, what it means to have a Gold Fortified roof in an older home. So today I had the opportunity to be here with Knockout Home Inspections, and they do a lot of the recertification for fortified homes. So I thought, let's take this opportunity to bring you some of the answers to the most asked question that I am getting. What is the deal with homeowners insurance here in coastal Alabama? Let me actually back up for 1 second, because when I moved here, I had been a real estate agent for more than 20 years. And quite honestly, I thought I knew a lot about homes, construction, insurance, taxes, everything. But what I learned is that I still had some things to learn when it comes to buying a house here in South Alabama. The house that I bought had a new roof, so I thought I was covered, right? The first year, my homeowner's insurance was just right in line with what I expected it to be and what I had been paying, so there were no red flags. But after that first year, when I went to renew my insurance, my homeowner's insurance company asked me if I had a fortified roof. Well, it turns out that my brand new roof was not actually fortified, and that has cost me money that could have easily been saved if the owner had just gone through a few extra steps and paid a few extra $100 to get a Gold Fortification certificate. And I'm going to walk you through what that really means and how it can save you money if you're going to be buying a house. So if you're one of the folks that has been asking me this question, seriously, thank you so much, because it helps me bring better content to everyone who might be going through the same process and has the exact same questions. So I'm going to take you through this brand new house in Hope Vineyard. We're in Daphne, Alabama, which is just about 10 minutes from downtown Fairhope, which is known for its beautiful downtown area, boutiques, restaurants, festivals, live music, a gorgeous pier, and beautiful sunsets. Well, Daphne might be lesser known, but it is very convenient, has its own special vibe, and definitely has a lot of perks that you might not be aware of. So whether Fairhope or Daphne is the right fit for you could come down to construction and costs. Daphne's certainly making a name for itself also. This year they did a May Day celebration downtown. They have nights by the harbor. They just redid Bayfront Park. It's a beautiful park area to enjoy the sunsets. And Moe's Barbecue, wow, the remodel of that building has just been spectacular. There's so many great things to do in Daphne, and you're so close to Foley, Fairhope, beautiful white sand, Gulf Coast beaches, and if you boat, well, there's lots of places that you can access the water to do that too. So Daphne really offers a lot. So let's take a look at the map and see exactly where we are here in Daphne. Around us in Baldwin County, you have the Foley Tanger Outlets about 30 minutes away from here. You have the Gulf Shores beaches about 45 minutes away from here. If you're going to be commuting to Mobile or Pensacola, you can get up to I-10 in about 10 minutes, and then to get to downtown Fairhope, you're probably 15 or 10 minutes away to downtown Fairhope or downtown Daphne. That's the beauty of this location, is you're kind of right in between the two. Whether you're in Fairhope or whether you're in Daphne really only matters if you have kids in school. We have lots of great school options, and in addition to the public schools, we have lots of private school options in both Fairhope and Daphne, as well as nearby Foley, and then up in Loxley also we have the Baldwin Prep Academy, which is the new vocational public school in our county, which is getting a lot of attention right now. So this location is very central, very easy to access a lot of things, and really a great choice for a lot of people that are relocating here to Baldwin County. So let's talk about things that make a home Gold Fortified. It's not only the roof, although that is the most significant piece of the savings, and it's the most common thing that we see after constructed homes still able to get the biggest insurance savings on. But in addition to the roof, I'm just gonna point out a few other things that make a home Gold Fortified and things that you should be aware of if you're considering new construction. So I'm gonna just turn you around here and show you that the first thing that makes a home Gold Fortified is the front door itself. Having a door that is Gold Fortified means that they test it for compression, like the pressure issues, if there were ever high winds, how that door is going to withstand to high pressure situations. So if you're putting on a screen door or you're making modifications or putting in a new door, that can affect your Gold Fortification status. So if you have questions or you're going to be making changes to your house, you should talk to the people that actually issue these certificates and ask them to come out and take a look at the changes that you're going to make before you do it. That is one of the reasons why my client chose to have this particular inspector inspect this house, so that they could ask a few of the questions that they had about things that they wanted to do down the road to modify the house, to make sure that they weren't going to jeopardize their certificate. Now, the certificate is reissued every 5 years. That means every 5 years you have to go through an inspection process which costs a few $100s to have the certificate reissued. And when they do that, it's pretty simple. I was just at an association meeting a couple weeks ago in which we were able to really drill them with any questions we had about fortification, because this program has only been around, a few years really at this point. So there's still some unanswered questions about how it works. And when you get a certificate reissued, they're not necessarily changing the standards and making sure that you have to actually upgrade anything. They're really just making sure that you didn't make any modifications to the house that are going to jeopardize the integrity of the things that they did. So I just stepped out back, and the other thing to be aware of the Gold Fortification status is you have these little clips, and when you close on a house, they'll give you a covering for the windows so that if we were to ever get a storm, you put the coverings on, and if you have any damage, your insurance company should cover that. If you didn't put your covers on, I have heard stories of insurance companies giving people a hard time for damage that they might have incurred. Now, to go back a little bit to the hurricanes that we have, I have in my guide a comparison of how often we have bad weather here, and I'll tell you, most people are pretty relaxed about the amount of hurricanes that we have. I am not a meteorologist, I'm a real estate agent. I'm also not a contractor or a home inspector, I'm a real estate agent. But these are some of the things that I have learned along the way in all of my conversations, and as a homeowner and as a home buyer, that I really want to make sure you're aware of. But the other thing that you should be aware of is anything that you add to the house. If it is attached to the house, it should be inspected by those people that issue the Gold Fortification certificate. So if you're putting an addition on, if you're adding a shed that actually attaches to the house, any type of enclosure, be sure that you are getting that certified when you're putting it on. It's a simple process, but gosh, I would just hate for you to lose that by doing something so simple as making a phone call. So let's have a little fun, and I'm going to show you around this Huntington model, and then I'm going to tell you a few of the things that this home inspector pointed out, and the reason why some people want to go that extra mile and have a home inspection done, even on a new construction house. Some of the types of things that they are on the lookout for that we might not be able to see just walking through. So first of all, let me turn you around as we come in the front door here. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. So at the front of the house here by the entrance, we have a great little coat closet, fantastic extra storage space, very nice sized bedroom here at the front, also with a nice double closet. And one of the things that the inspectors check for is how well the closet doors close and open. And they'll also check for things like the quality of the door, because sometimes on these new construction homes, you have someone that's putting in the materials that might not have a very close eye, so they are an extra set of eyes looking at those things, and these look very nice. I like this builder because they offer a lot of options. They offer a lot of flooring options, they offer crown molding options, and they have flat textured walls. So I don't know if you can see that on the video here, but there is no texture on these walls. So if that is something that you like, you can get it with these Miranda homes. Now this is the formal dining room here with a tray ceiling, and they have put crown molding in here, and you have some nice blinds on those windows that have been added. And then this is the 4th bedroom with a quartz countertop and a light over the vanity, which, you know, I'm a fan of because it gives you that extra option to personalize the space. Wait until you see the primary bedroom suite in here. The bathroom is to die for, but I'll take you through the living room. We're gonna pass that primary suite that I just walked by, and you can see this extraordinary large kitchen, lots of cabinet space, beautiful kitchen island, again with that white quartz counter, and they have a gas option with a nice gas range. And when you get the gas option, in addition to the range, you get a gas hookup out on your porch, and you get a gas tankless hot water heater. So really, really nice features that you can get with a Miranda build. Take you over here to the laundry before we go out to the garage, which is another thing I want to show you about this builder. In addition to the 2-car garage, you have this workshop space, extra storage space, extra space to use however you like. And if you choose, you could have that made into a 3rd car bay. But without that option, you still have that nice extra room in here, which is a great thing for a lot of people, whether you have hobbies or art or anything at all that you need that extra space. Storage is never going to go unused, that's for sure. This is now the 2nd bedroom that we're in, again with a double closet, a nice wide hallway that these bedrooms share, and then attached to the 2nd bathroom with a tub in this one. And then they're doing a little bit of the final touches in here before we close. We have the 3rd bedroom. Again, this is the Huntington floor plan, just over 2,200 square feet. And now I will take you to the primary suite, where you have over here a nice size room, a very nice size walk-in closet, and check out this bathroom. So one of the other nice things about this floor plan that was very appealing for this buyer is that you actually have separate vanities, not one log vanity that goes across, but you have separation with one vanity on one side and one on the other. And take a look at this amazing shower. Frameless glass, tiled all the way up to the ceiling. You have that rain shower head there, and then a shower on either side, and lots of room. That is a really special feature that they added to this house. You've got the frosted glass window and a generous tub. So I think that makes this primary suite really special. In addition to the closet space, in addition to all the options that you can get with this house, I want to take you to the back porch because it has an incredibly elongated back porch. And one of my favorite things that this builder does is adds a really pretty wood detail as an option on the front and back porches. So it really gives a nice elevated custom look. You have these very wide pillars here, a long back patio to hang out on these Alabama days, really enjoy the outdoor living, and a nice size fenced backyard here. So this is the Huntington floor plan in Hope Vineyard, and let's go check out just a few of the other things that you should be aware of when you're buying a Gold Fortified house. So that's the floor plan. Now let me go over just a few of the things that the inspector is looking for when they're looking at a new construction house. One of the things that you might not see, and I certainly don't see when I'm looking at a house, is the insulation. So a home inspector is going to actually measure with a yardstick how much insulation is put into the attic. And it is hot up there. That is not a job that I would want to have, but that's why we pay them to go through this house with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that they've seen everything. Now, a new construction home is going to come with a home warranty, so you do have some time to get those things taken care of. However, so much better just to have these things done before you move in so you can live in and start enjoying your Alabama life. If you have questions about new construction homes, older homes, neighborhoods, what it's like to live here, that's what I'm for. I love helping people just like you discover Baldwin County, Alabama, the good, the not so good sometimes, but how to weigh it all out and determine what the best thing is for you. This is exactly the type of video that I wish I had when I was moving here. So if you like this type of content, let me know what else you'd like to see. And also, let me be clear that this move has been exceptional for me and my girls. We absolutely love living here. If I had known just a little bit more about this one thing, it would have saved me money, but the quality of life we have, the weather, the people, the activities, Mardi Gras, football, the schools, all of it has been really welcoming and incredible for us. My kids have never been happier. I have never been happier. And having all of these benefits sometimes comes with a little extra cost. Overall, I have a cost of living video that kind of outlines all the other costs, but this one thing is what I wish I knew more about. And no matter where you are in your process, whether you're just browsing, you're just curious, I send out a weekly newsletter, the Baldwin County Report, every Saturday, keeping you informed of some of the great local happenings and some of the new developments, kind of just cutting through this real good stuff that I would want to know about if I were considering a move here, or as an already resident, things that keep us in touch with what's going on here in Baldwin County. So sign up for that. I'd be happy to send you out the link, and it's no spam, no fluff, just the good stuff. It's about a 2-minute read, and it's great information if you're thinking about moving here to Baldwin County.